Oh, Fujifilm, you have some really, really amazing lenses. Like, I'm sure that you have some bad lenses out there on the market, but there's just this one that caught my eye. And ever since I bought it, it's been my go-to. Thank you, Fujifilm. Thank you. The 33 f1.4. This thing, I'm in love. Just don't tell my girlfriend. What's up, everybody? It's your neighborhood friendly greaser, Aaron Chavez, aka the Rockabilly Buddha. And today I want to talk about, like I said in the really stupid intro, the 33 f1.4. Like, this lens is crazy. I am so happy that I bought this lens. So a little backstory. I bought this lens well over a year, almost a year and a half ago. Primarily because, I was looking for just, to expand my lens selection, because it's more important to have the proper lens than it is to have the right camera for you. That's not what I meant. I meant that it's more important to prioritize lenses over cameras. And like a year and a half ago, I ended up trading in one of my older cameras that I had at the time and got a really good deal on this guy right here. So used, the 33 millimeter goes for roughly like $600. I've seen it go as high as 700, but if you can get this for less than 600, definitely pick it up. It's a very, very sharp and all-purpose lens. That 33 focal length on a crop sensor is equal to about a 50 millimeter on a full frame camera. And yeah, that's just, even in full frame cameras, like that 50 millimeter equivalent it's just always been, a good focal length for me. It's great for wide shots, it's great for close-ups. It's really amazing. Like, for street photography, I really love the quality that comes out of this lens. As I mentioned earlier, it is pretty sharp if you're into that kind of thing. My style of photography doesn't really, I really don't care about the sharpness but because it doesn't really matter. I don't really like to pixel peep, so I can't really tell you if it's soft on the edges. I can't really tell you really any of that kind of stuff, but that's mostly primarily because for my needs, this lens is sharp enough for what I need it for. You can look at other reviews to do more in-depth of investigation and explanation on whether or not this is a sharp enough lens for you, but honestly, most of Fujifilm's lenses that I have used have been plenty of sharp for me. Having this being a really fast prime lens, that f1.4, that really does make a huge difference when it comes to, especially for street photography, for shooting in lower light situations. I took this one with me on a night photo shoot, street sesh, last year, and it was great. I caught some of my favorite photos from this guy, and it was that f1.4 really does make a difference. And comparing that to my old go-to street photo lens, and even kind of my old portrait lens, the 35 f2.0, this was my all-purpose lens right here. I would throw this in my bag because it was small, it was compact, it was perfect, but it didn't handle very well with low light situations without having to crank the ISO all the way up on my camera, and then I would have to go into Capture One and denoise all that, and it was just it wasn't bad per se, it just was annoying. So eventually I stopped using this and just mainly use this because, yeah, that f1.4 specifically for street photos is amazing. Now, portraits, I have been really impressed with the quality that this guy produces for portrait photography. My God, oof, they're so beautiful. I have used this on multiple occasions, and every single photo that I've ever shot with that, from my first time that I was using the 33 to even my most recent, every single one of those photos is amazing. It's got a pretty decent shallow depth of field, depending on the situation that you're in. Like if you absolutely need that, I feel like the depth of field is pretty good. Granted, we are on a APS-C style, body, so the depth of field is not going to be great. But if you are getting a little bit closer to your subject to focus primarily on them, the depth of field is beautiful. The only time that I've ever really struggled when it came to autofocusing was, well, there was a couple of times. In my most recent shoot, I put my X-H2S in burst mode, and I had my client walk towards me, walk away from me, and I just, hit the shutter button. and there was more misses than hits, unfortunately. I still kind of feel like that might be a camera issue more so than the lens, because the lens, it functions fine. Like I don't know, like the X-H2S, as you know, has had struggles with autofocusing, along with a lot of some of the other stuff in the Fuji film line, like the newer stuff. So I'm not saying that the lens itself is bad when it comes to focusing. It's very much a camera / me issue, unfortunately. But yeah, and then the other time that I've had an issue with the focusing would have been during this concert that I was shooting. I could not get the singer or even some of the other musicians in the band in focus, and I was using this, which was a shame, because like it was perfect for the environment. That f1.4 was, it allowed so much light into a already dark stage. But yeah, it struggled to detect a face. Again, I think that's more on the camera itself. Killing me, bro. You're killing me. You know what I love absolutely the most about this lens is the portability. Like, this thing is small. It's, granted, it is noticeably bigger than the 35, unfortunately. But you know what? It's really not that bad. Like, when you compare this to any of my zoom lenses, like this one right here, the 16 to 80, like it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's very doable. And let's just keep comparing. When you compare the 35 to the 16 to 80 millimeter, like, okay, that is super noticeable. The 33 to that, it's not bad. And if anything, it's easier to just throw this in the bag, throw this on my camera, only have the one lens that I need throughout the whole day for like run and gun shooting, be it photos, be it video. This guy is pretty portable, and it is weather sealed, but it's weather resistant. It does have a little bit of sealing on the back, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice, so you can take it out in the rain. Obviously, I don't want you to take it out in a thunderstorm, but you do have the ability if you need that, especially for a very specific photo shoot or video shoot or whatever you need. Now, what do I not like about this lens? Honestly, there really wasn't much on my list for things to not like. Like, this has been a solid lens, man. Really just been my favorite and most used out of all the ones that I currently own. I've been so impressed by it, and honestly, I feel like if you're just starting out in photography and you want that one prime lens that handles anything, be it portraits, wildlife, street, I would go with this one. Like, that 33mm f1.4 is perfect for a lot of different occasions, and I mean a lot. You can't go wrong with this. Obviously, everybody has their own different needs, but for an all-purpose lens, definitely pick this one up. Highly recommend it. even as I'm saying this now, I can't think of one bad thing about it. It's almost perfect. Almost. We all know there is no such thing as perfect in the camera industry. Close. Which was, this one is very, very close. But, yeah, it's almost perfect. Alright, everybody, well, I gotta go head out. Thank you so much for watching. If I helped out at all with this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. That helps me grow my channel. And, I'm trying my hardest to keep this channel growing. And, yeah, I really enjoy making these videos. I really enjoy just being a dork for your entertainment and educational purposes, too. So, please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And yeah, thank you. I'll catch you all in the next one. Like always, love, peace, hair grease. Stay greasy, everybody, and stay creating.